Evening all, it's Louise here with another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. Right, let me do the spiel. Where are we? If you're not already subscribed, you can subscribe by clicking on the crown in the bottom right hand corner even. Alternatively, you can look underneath this video and there will be a subscribe button for you to press. The notification bell, if you hit that, then any further emails, any further uploads that I do will come, well, they should technically let you know in good time when I've uploaded new videos. This is going to be the last video of the week for me. I have announced that on Sunday I will be doing a members live from 7 p.m. British time, GMT. I'm gonna yawn. So I'll be doing a members live on Sunday. I'm having tomorrow off. I've got a lot of things to do. And in the coming week, I've got a lot of things to do. So you might not get too many videos next week. You might only get 2. So here we are. This reading is brought to you by the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms by earthmoonmagic.com, and the oracle today is the predictions deck again. What is this reading about? Well, this reading, I was going to do the riots in Epping, and then I thought, no. Yesterday I had it in my head to do the announcement that 16-year-olds will now be able to vote. So I think I'm going to stick with that one. 16-year-olds are going to be able to vote. That's not a set in stone, because as I understand it, laws have to be changed in order for that to happen. So they need to change laws before they can push this one through. 16-year-olds, if they're going to be able to vote, but they can't marry with parents' consent, they can't buy cigarettes, they can't drink alcohol, they are protected when they commit serious crime. Their names are kept out of it, just like the Southport murderer was actually 17 at the time of his attacks. His name was kept out of it until he turned 18. Lots of serious criminals who are under the age of 18, we have no idea of their names. They can serve in the army, but they can't fight in wars. They can't gamble legally. What else? There's all sorts that they can't do. And yet, 16-year-olds, kids now are supposed to be in education until they're 18. I know some 16-year-olds do work, but usually they only work part-time because they're only allowed to work part-time because they're supposed to be in education. Some kids go into apprenticeships and they do work full-time. However, Starmer was talking about if they're able to work and pay tax, they should be able to vote. Right, but they don't pay tax because they don't earn enough. So are they going to start making 16 the age of adulthood? I don't know. My opinion, should 16-year-olds vote? No, I don't think they should, because they're not getting a proper education in the way politics works, what politics means, what different ideas mean. They're being indoctrinated into, believing certain things, but they don't know where that comes from. They don't know, they don't know that they're being educated in a Marxist system, which is what it is, and it's increasingly got more so over the years. So interestingly though, I did find something earlier where a school had done a mock election and 50% of those kids voted Reform. Many of those kids, many of our 16-year-olds, may be inclined to vote for Jeremy Corbyn's new party, because he's now on 18% and he hasn't even set up the party yet. And they're on 18% now. I did say months and months ago, it's the independents we've got to watch, because it's your Jeremy Corbyns and your Greens and your Lib Dems and all them. They will join forces, and that might be even worse than Starmer. So we need to look at it. What have we got? We've got public life, burnout. I think that's Starmer. I think Keir Starmer has gone one step too far. I think I've been saying it, I said it before, I said he'd be gone by Christmas last year. I think he's really hurtling towards that. I really do. And we've got shadow ruler. Again, this shadow ruler keeps coming up. Shadow ruler. So he's jet setting it around the world, trying to be, this important world leader, and he wants to think that everybody's looking up to him and all that, but they're not. He's a laughing stock. The man's a laughing stock. So there is someone else pulling the strings. Is it Pat McFadden? Is it the civil service? I don't know. Somebody else is pulling the strings, and I think no matter what they do now, it's never going to be good enough. And then we've got this this horrendous cover up with Afghanistan. They're trying to put the cover up and the grooming gang scandal on the back burner all the time. They're trying to manage that. They're trying to manage this Afghanistan thing. They're trying to manage all the money they're spaffing up the wall. Interest rates have gone up. They're trying to manage that. Jaguar have just announced 500 job losses after he was supposed to have bailed them out and saved them from job losses. Unemployment's going up. It's all kicking off. It's all going wrong. So he needs the 16-year-olds to vote for him. I also read somewhere that there are 9 seats that Labour could take from Reform if the 16-year-olds were able to vote. I don't know what areas they are. I've no idea. But here we go. Let's have a look. So let's have a look. Votes for 16-year-olds. Are we going there? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is going to be a very slow and steady process. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't do anything without proper foresight, proper thought. This is the person who treads carefully. It's the slowest knight in the deck. This is going to be a slow process. Like I said, they've got to change laws in order to do this. They have to change laws. It's probably going to be a little more difficult than they think. There's been a poll of kids today. 50% of them don't even want the vote. Then we've got 3 of Cups in the middle, a celebration, a coming together. So we've got the Knight of Cups. It's a slow process, plodding along. I wonder if Starmer's going to come down with something. And we've got the 7 of Cups. This is confusion. This is it's a very different card to the Rider-Waite deck. This 7 of Cups is talking to me about reflections on things that have been done. We are in Mercury Retrograde. A lot of the communications we're getting are going to be all over the place. There's going to be 6 weeks or so of sort of government communication that are going to be very confused. He's suspended 4 people from the Labour Party recently over the last couple of days, and now he's U-turned on that, I believe. So this is a man who doesn't know what he's doing, who doesn't know how to stick to a decision, to make a decision actually in the beginning and stick to it. And this is causing this burnout, but he's also being directed, and definitely being directed because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's very confused about the whole thing. This middle card, with it being the middle card, it's usually the most important. But in this instance, I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling like these two are. This is someone taking moves in a very intrepid way, cautious, quite confused about where he's going. This is a person who doesn't even understand why he's unpopular. But he's being made unpopular by this shadow ruler. This is someone who's this card today feels like here's Starmer running around trying to be popular. It's not working. He's absolutely exhausted. I don't know if he is exhausted. This card's telling me he is. He's confused about his position, what he should be doing. He's not sure-footed. He basically don't know what he's doing because he's being directed. He's got someone working his strings, if you like. He's a bit of a puppet. But this shadow ruler is going to try and upend him. I'm wondering if there's going to be a leadership competition or something. It's not like the Tories, though, because the leaders are voted in by the parliamentary party. Which one? That one first. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Eight of Swords. We had this one yesterday. It's a sign of a timeser. So I'm going to put it the right way so you can see it on screen. He's got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the Seven of Pentacles normally talks about serving some sort of apprenticeship, learning the skills as you go along, like learning while you work. And this is very much Starmer. He's still learning as he's going, and it's not good enough. He's supposed to be running a country. We don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. He's very carefully. Every time he comes out with a new thing, like I'm feeling very much like this 16-year-old. Yes, it was in the manifesto that this 16-year-old, he's brought this in cautiously, right at the time when the scandal of this Afghanistan data breach comes out. Within a couple of days, he's announcing votes for 16-year-olds. And I mean, if that was really important to him, he would have done it at the beginning. But he's now so unpopular, he actually needs the 16-year-old's votes in order to keep his position. This celebration, I don't know where that fits in. I'm going to just keep going and see and say what I see and say what I hear. This seven and this seven, they both feel very much like this feels like contemplation, and we've got all these butterflies, which means transformation. And then we've got this Seven of Pentacles, which has got this huge moon, and the moon is about hidden things. It's about secrets. It's about disguising something. He's a novice, and he's trying to disguise it by going around the world with trying to portray an image of someone who really knows his shit, and he doesn't. And this is the issue. So on the one hand, he's confused about I think this is talking about the flip-flopping, this confusion. You know, when you want to try and make a decision about something, you know you need to make a decision and you just can't make a decision. But once he makes a decision and sticks to it, it will transform things. but he's stuck. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And that's where we are with that. And then between the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups, we've got the Eight of Swords. This is trapped, feeling trapped. He's the leader of a party, supposedly a world leader from a country, a first world country, rapidly becoming a third world country. And that's not to do with who we've got in the country, it's to do with our fiscal status. Our economic status is going down the shitter really quickly. He's got this confusion. He's trying to hide the fact that he's inept. This image he's portraying is one of competence and celebratory type of aren't I great type of thing. He's trapped. And I'm now hearing he's a legend in his own mind, and nothing is going to change that. He will always be a legend in his own mind, and he won't be listening to anything. He won't accept that he's being shadow ruled. He won't accept that he's burnt out. He won't accept that he's confused about his position. He won't accept that he's hiding things and he's a novice at politics. He won't accept that. He is deluded. He's absolutely deluded. And because he's deluded, he's trapped in this never-ending cycle of bullshit. It's not going to change for him because he doesn't want to see it. But are we going to get votes for 16-year-olds? Because, I mean, I just can read on Starmer every single night and get the same answers. We've got the Fool. So, the Fool is a card of someone who is beginning a journey. It could be somebody who's starting a new job and never done that job before. It could be someone who's moving house, or I don't know. It could be someone whose kids have left home and they find themselves, with an empty nest, and they don't know what to do with themselves because there's a new adventure on the horizon. This is, it can be naivety. It can be just basically the beginning of a new adventure. So, is this new adventure a new government? We have the Devil. Okay. Now, the Devil card talks about addiction. An addiction can be anything. It can be addiction to power, a person, drugs, drink, anything. You can be addicted to buying shoes if you want. He's tied to this in some way, this new adventure, but it's naive because we've got the Devil. This is someone or a body of people calling to him to do something. And there's a warning here with this, because it feels like giving votes to 16-year-olds will be a new adventure for him. But he needs to be careful, because the Devil always brings a warning. If you actually get too attached to something, eventually it will burn you. And I think the 16-year-old votes are going to come in. But judging by this Devil card, it's not going to go the way he wants it to. It's just not going to go that way. But there's a danger with that. Too many. There's a danger with that, because this is touch and go now. This votes for 16-year-olds. If those 16-year-olds can be asked to get off the backsides, step away from the PlayStation or their TikTok or whatever, and go and vote, if they all did that, and they all voted for Labour, then Starmer would be okay. But I suspect most of them aren't even going to get up and go because they don't know enough about the politics to do it. And actually, a lot of parents of 16-year-olds know sod all about politics because they were never been taught about politics. It's always been, don't, when they say never work with kids and animals, in a conversation in a pub, they always say never talk about politics. I always do, but people tend to not like that very much, and I understand it. But I think that there's an addiction to power, and giving the 16-year-olds the vote is going to backfire on him tremendously, because those 16-year-olds are going to say, now I can vote, I should be able to go and buy cigarettes. I should be able to go and drink. I should be able to fight in the army. I should be able to gamble. I should be able to decide when I get married. And if I want to get married at 16, I shouldn't have to have my parents' consent. So it's going to jump up and it's going to bite him on the arse. It's coming in, but it's going to bite him on the arse. I'm saying it's coming in. Is it coming in? Is it going to pass? Yes or no, please? Is it going to pass? Yes or no, please? Come on, cards. 2. I'm not taking 2. I'll just... that one. The 4 of Swords. So 4 of Swords is about meditation. It's about rest and recuperation. It's about rest after an illness. I think someone's getting ill. I think someone might have a bout of illness here. 4 of Swords. It's about stepping back and resting. And we've got other cards that also depict that in the images. So we've got this card, we've got this card, and we've got this card, all talking about. They're all talking to me about, although that's not the meanings of the card, so don't come at me in the comments. They're all talking to me about stepping back. Stepping back. See the illusion. He's creating an illusion, but there's only him that's buying it. The man's deluded. There is delusion here. He really does think that he is the fizz, biz, whiz. But these votes for 16-year-olds, if it does go through, it's going to cause a retreat. It's going to cause a retreat. So I'm thinking, if I'm going to call it, if these votes for 16-year-olds go through, it's going to cause him to have to step out of the spotlight and basically totally out of the spotlight, like total bed rest, total get out of the way. Because I think no one's going to want to know him. Not many people want to know him now, do they? Let's not. So come on, last one. We've got taken by force. Okay. Is that the reason why we are having votes for 16-year-olds? Is it because they think that 16-year-olds will be more likely to vote Labour, who are well and truly in on every single manifesto promise, who think Labour are fantastic, and if they get tons of 16-year-olds to vote, give them the vote, they can conscript them. I think this is about conscription. I think this is about further control. We've given you a mandate to vote. You've got the franchise to vote. And because you've got that franchise to vote, we want something from you too. I think this is a way to get conscription in. You're old enough to vote. You're old enough to fight. Now fuck off to Ukraine, the Middle East, and all that kind of malarkey. I think that's where we're heading. I did a reading a long time ago saying that conscription's coming. But nothing comes true quickly. Nothing comes to light quickly, because this is a person who treads very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. Ordinarily, he wouldn't tread very slowly, but he's got someone who's masterminding his operation for him. He's going to serve his purpose, and then he's going to be ousted. This shadow ruler's got 2 kings. He's serving 2 kings. You can make of that what you want, but Keir Starmer is serving 2 kings, 2 gods, if you like. And my guess is those 2 gods are power and money. Or somebody with both power and money. Right, that's it. I'm off. No reading tomorrow, but I will be on at 7 p.m. live for all members. So I put it in a post. So if you haven't caught that post, if you have anything that you wish to discuss in the members live on Sunday at 7, please put it in the comments, and I will collect all that stuff, and I will, as soon as I go live, I will start tackling the issues that you put in the comments first before we move on to other business. Right, I'm going. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Ta-ra!